Welcome to Friday in the Kitchen. Today we are going to do bean salad three ways. So I've got a host of beans here and we are ready to go. So welcome Deborah, welcome Diana. And today we have three people who are Zoom user and welcome Rinthia as well to our Friday in the Kitchen.
It's Patricia, Debbie.
Hi, Patricia. I can always count that you're one of the Zoom users. Yay. So, anyway, that's all good. So, welcome for all our Zoom users. Welcome, Patricia. And hello, Rinthi. So happy to have everyone here. So, like I said, I'm going to do some bean salad three ways. And this is actually really easy to do to make a bean salad. Now, I'm taking my beans and I'm actually going to use them in the can, I'm using canned beans. The other thing that you can do, which is actually you'll get more taste if you take the time to make your own beans. And it's not that hard to do, it just takes time. You got to soak the beans long enough, usually overnight, and then boil them and cook them for a number of hours before they're ready. So the other thing you can do, which I have not done, is to actually put them in a pressure cooker. That's the other way that you can do your beans if you wanted to do. And I also, before we get started, wanted just to I know there are some people who beans, may be a little bit hard on the digestion. So if that's you or somebody in your family or in your circle, start small with a little bit and add to it. And the more that you kind of almost train your body, the more that you give these beans into your gut, the more gut friendly they become. But it does take a little time, so start small. The other thing you can do if beans are something that doesn't agree with you is to add some kombu to it. So this is kombu, which is a seaweed. And if you're cooking it, you can just add a little bit of kombu, like a couple of little sheets to it while it's cooking, and this will soften up and it actually will help to remove some of the enzymes that are causing the digestive issues. So that's one. And the good news is you actually can buy beans canned that have kombu already cooked with kombu. So this brand, which is called Eden. I'm guessing that it's also available in the US, but I know it's here in Canada. They're organic beans and they have different varieties. This one is kidney beans and it's made with kidney beans, water, and kombu seaweed. So if you're having digestive issues, you might want to look for the canned version that is got kombu in it. The other thing you can do is you can, I guess, if you don't want to make your beans yourself, but you want to add a little bit of kombu, is to actually take the beans out of the can, cook them a little longer with some kombu. So I put some more water in and cook them, and that way you'll get some those enzymes removed so that it's easier on your digestion. And the last thing, if it's hard on your digestion, is if you're using canned beans, rinse all of that liquid off very thoroughly because that liquid has some of those enzymes and things in it that are causing the digestive issues. So there's a few ways that you can be more bean friendly if you need that. All right, so let's get started. So this is really easy. Really, we are going to make three different dressings. And let me just check this out because you can't see my counter. That's not good. I have my that better, Deborah? Is that better, or should I? Let me do a little bit more.
That's good.
Yay! Okay. Now, so we're going to start with a Mediterranean bean salad. We're going to do a Southwest bean salad, and then I was inspired by a comment from somebody on my new YouTube channel when I did the stuffed peppers, who said that she would love. She's Turkish and they use Turkish flavors. So I thought, oh, I'm going to try making a Turkish bean salad. So we're going to do that. And it's pretty easy as well. And just different beans and a little bit different recipe for our dressings. But they're all just oil-based dressings. And so let's start with the Mediterranean. We're going to do some chickpeas. And I'm just making a small amount. It's not necessarily following exactly what you would do because I don't want tons of bean salad. And then I've got this is white kidney beans, or what are they called? Cantilever. Is it cantilever? Oh my gosh.
I think they're cantellini or navy
Cantellini,
with
that's
navy
right.
beans.
I was thinking, I don't know what came to my head was cantilever. Cantellini, that's right. So a little bit of cantellini beans in it. I'm going to add some of those in. Got that. And I've rinsed my beans. I'm going to add in some cucumber, a little bit of cucumber to my salad. So I just quartered some cucumber. This is an English cucumber. A little bit of diced red onion here. A little bit of flavor. A little bit of tomato. And then you can add some fresh parsley to this for a fresh herb. I want to make sure I have enough tomato. And then I chopped up some fresh parsley, so I'll add a little bit of that to it. How easy is this? And then you just add your dressing. So let's make a dressing. We can add that in. Okay, I got parsley on me now. For the dressing for the Mediterranean, I'm following along here. We're going to start with some lemon. So always start with oil. You can do oil free. I've got olive oil here. And my extra virgin olive oil that I use, this is cold pressed. Extra virgin olive oil means it's cold pressed. And I'm using, this one is from, where is it from? Tunisia. It's a good brand and it's first cold pressed. Usually extra virgin olive oil means that it's the first press, the cold press. The other brands, like just plain olive oil, means that it's probably not the first press. It wouldn't be. The other way, one of the ways you can tell if you have a good olive oil is to chill it, and it should look murky. Then you know you've got a good olive oil. So I'm just going to put some olive oil. So the olive oil in the oil helps it to bind to the food. What gives it viscosity, because what happens, and this is what happened when I tried doing some of the oil-free things, is the oil, or the dressing just went straight through to the bottom. It didn't have anything to stick to the veggies and the food that I had put my dressing on. So that's why I like to add some oil to it. I'm also got, with these vinaigrettes, also a little bit of red wine vinegar. So I'm going to add some of that. And I've got this is that part of the acid. I have quantities for you. Like I said, I'm doing a little bit less, but you can make, this is about, and I've got lemon juice, about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice go into this. You can do a little less. Then a couple tablespoons of olive oil, a couple tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Going to add some garlic powder, because you could add fresh garlic, but I don't have any today, so you can always use, I've got about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then I'm going to add in, just stir this up. The other thing you can add in, which is always nice, is a little bit of Dijon mustard. Gives it more flavor too. And I'm just going to add a tiny touch of maple syrup. Where's my maple syrup? I forgot to bring my maple syrup out, but what happens is, to balance your taste buds, we want to have something acidic. You've got your oily bit, and also to balance it with something sweet. So just a little bit, and that really does take the edge off of the acid and makes it a lot nicer flavor. So I don't need a lot, just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon or so to add that in. Stir it up. And then add it to my salad. Now, I would recommend that you marinate this for probably about an hour to let all of the flavors blend together. That would be ideal. And you can actually marinate it overnight. So if you were planning to do it like for tomorrow, I would marinate the salad overnight, and I would leave the cucumbers and the fresh veggies like the cucumber and the tomatoes out and put them in the day you're serving it. And this can sit in the fridge overnight for you. And there you have a nice kind of Mediterranean bean salad with chickpeas and Deborah! I don't want
Cantellini.
Cantellini beans. Oh my gosh, cantilever. I'm having this moment right now. I keep having cantilevers show up in my mind. I don't know why. Anyway, okay. This is what happens when you do things live. Who knows? Okay, on to the next one. I should do the Turkish one next because it has cantellini beans in it as well. So I'm going to use the rest of my cantellini beans here that I have for my Turkish salad. There's some similarity. Oh, Greek salad. If you like olives, add some Clamato olives to this as well. And you can add other things, but I'm not an olive fan, so I'm not going to add the olives. But if you like olives, you can add some olives to that as well. That's yum for people who love olives. Okay. Okay, next. For our Turkish one, we're going to add in again a little bit of tomato. Add in some red onion. Here's our red onion. And some cucumber. So it's very similar. Very similar. Not quite the same, but similar. Add in some of that. And then I can add in some parsley to that as well. And I also have dill. I'm going to add a little bit of dill to this as well. So a little bit of different flavor. So I have a little bit of dill here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of my dill here. Yeah. Oh, when I smell dill, oh, this is, I think my favorite herb is dill. Add a little bit of dill. All right. And we're going to make a very plain dressing. So we're a little different, but similar. This dressing, again, we're going to put some oil in it. And you could really just pick whatever dressing you like and add that. A little bit of oil. I'm going to add in my lemon juice, which is going to be my acid is just lemon juice. So oil and lemon juice. Add in my maple syrup. And this is a little bit sweeter, so we're going to add a little bit more, maybe a couple of teaspoons of maple syrup. Add that in. We can add a little bit of pepper. I forgot to bring my pepper out too. There's my pepper. Hiding in the back. A little bit of fresh pepper. If you have fresh ground pepper, that's even better. I'm not a big pepper fan, so I don't use a lot of pepper. And then I can add a little bit of Dijon mustard to that. Just a little bit, like a teaspoonish or so. give it some taste. Oh, the pepper is coming to my nose now. I might sneeze. So it's again a very simple dressing, very similar, but a little different on the acid. Let me get that mustard. And one of the things that you can use if you're used to like doing Turkish cooking and flavors is sumac. So this is something I'm going to try. I'm inspired to try. So sumac is, I think you can buy it with your, in some spice, some of the spices you can get with it. And we're just going to pour that on. And we mix that all up. Same thing. Oops, bean fell out. Same thing that we can do here is to take and marinate, let this marinate for a while, let all the flavors really blend together before you serve it. All right, so two pretty similar, I would say, bean salads, but again, you can make your own twist to your bean salad. And my third one, going to be a little bit different, is our Southwest bean salad. So for that one, again, this time we're going to do some black beans. So where's my spoon? Just going to add some black beans here. And I've got some kidney beans as well. So this is going to be for our Southwest salad. A little bit of kidney beans here. It's a little darker. Again, we're going to add in some onion. They all have onion and tomato. A little bit of tomato. This one, I've chopped up a little bit of, here's my onion or tomato. So these are just cherry tomatoes that I quartered. If you don't have cherry tomatoes, you can use like regular tomatoes. And then I've got to add in some pepper. So you could use whatever sweet peppers you have. I've got red here. So if you had orange or yellow, it's going to add a little more to your color. Always beautiful colors that you get. I have some corn. So the corn I'm using is frozen corn. So I just thawed out some frozen organic corn. So this way it's non-GMO, but use whatever corn you have. And we could add in, this one you would probably add in cilantro. My daughter is not a cilantro fan, but I did it anyway. It's got a little bit of cilantro here. You can smell that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little different recipe here for our dressing. Again, we'll start with our olive oil. And we're going to add our acid, always our acid. So I've got some, this time not lemon juice, I'm going to use lime juice. It's more Southwest. So I'm going to add some lime juice. Always add my little bit of maple syrup for the balance. And I used to not put, I thought, no, I don't need the maple syrup. I don't need the sweet, but it makes a big difference. And then we're going to add in a few other spices. So I've got my garlic powder. Again, you can use fresh pressed garlic if you have it on hand. But the beauty is, if you don't, just use what you have. I have some smoked paprika here. Going to add in about a teaspoon of that. A little bit of cumin. And cumin actually is very good at helping with the digestion for your beans. So this is a nice addition. So this is more kind of Southwest flavor, a little bit of cumin. And then I love coriander, so I thought coriander goes well with this too. So adding in a little coriander. Boom. this away, tidy up a little bit. And then I'm just going to, again, stir this up. So if you like these dressings, you could make a bigger batch, keep some in your fridge for about a week, and use it daily. Or if you're just easy, these vinaigrette dressings are so easy just to make on your own. So I'm going to pour that in. Voila. Cut to the side. And just now for this one, Southwest, a beautiful way to dress it up and just to add a little creaminess to it. Add some avocado. Yum. All right, so bringing in my cutting board to cut my avocado in half. Now, be careful to cut. I just cut it in half. And this one is soft, but not too soft. One of the ways I like to buy my avocado, you never know what you're going to get when you open up an avocado. Well, sometimes you can have an idea whether it's going to be beautiful or it's going to be not so beautiful inside. But if the nib from the stem is still on, it prevents the air from getting into the avocado and then oxidizing the actual avocado and turning it black. And so here, yum, it's still good. And so carefully, I'm just going to dice this by cutting a few, just some, I guess, lines, not diagonal, cross-hatch lines here in my avocado. And then I can scoop it out with my spoon and I get nice diced
Scoop it out.
avocado.
Scoop it out.
Yum. I'm just going to use the whole thing. This is a small one. This is probably too much for this little bowl, but I don't care. I love avocado. I can add that in. You can add it on top, add it as a garnish. And that's going to give it some creaminess as well. And again, if you are doing your salad, you want to marinate them or marinating them overnight, add the fresh ingredients closer to when you're serving your salad so that they don't go all mushy. And that is some really easy bean salads. And I would also invite you to come up with your own concoction of bean salad. And I'm also going to ask who has a different version of bean salad that they like. I would love to share. Hang on, let me bring all my bean salads here. Voila! And then I can put the recipe into the chat for you guys. See if anybody has any questions or what bean salad do you like? I get to try now. No questions? I think for me, probably the favorite is the Southwest one. Oops, I'm just going to use this. And one of this. And I have lunch as well. So there's some of my dill. Yeah. All right. Nobody has a favorite one? It's a quiet group today.
Came on today so I could take lunches to the beach with my family in a couple weeks.
Yay!
And I figured, oh, I'll go get some of Debbie's awesome recipes.
Yeah, really easy to take this to the beach. Because what you could do, Deb, is pack up the beans, marinate the beans overnight in a container, put the lid on, cut up your fresh veggies and have them in separate, and then put them together at the beach too. So you can keep them fresh.
Nice idea. Thank you. Thanks. I'm excited to try them out.
Oops. All right. Now I've got them all together. They're all in one. Healthy and quick. Exactly. No excuse. And this is a great, like Deb said, she's going to the beach. What a great thing to take to the beach. Because you're not worrying about, the spoilage the same way that you would with a a creamy dressing where you've got milk products in it or something. It's so easy to just take with you and prepare in advance and enjoy, and it's healthy for you as well. So beautiful. Great share. I love it. All right. Well, if there are no questions, this quiet group today, I'm going to sign off. Everybody enjoy your lovely weekend. Hopefully we have weather where picnic kind of weather. I don't know, but hopefully we do wherever you are. And enjoy your weekend. Sending lots of love. Bye now.
Bye-bye, Debbie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.